In terms of no deal, as time goes on, yes, no deal becomes more likely, and that's why we've been preparing for it even since before the referendum took place. If we have no deal, we're going to have to talk, and the first things on the agenda are going to be citizens' rights, the financial settlement and the solution to the Irish border before we even start to talk about a free trade agreement. If there is a deal, well, then we can start to talk about a free trade agreement and a new economic and security partnership. So this goes on and on and on for many, many years. This doesn't end. This is a permanent new status, a permanent change in the relationship between the EU and Ireland on the one hand and the UK on the other, and we're going to have to work through it. We're still in discussions with the European Commission as to how we would manage no deal. There's a lot of information out there already, for example, how tariffs would apply, and we're in discussions as to where checks would take place, at ports, at business level. But we will make sure that business is informed and knows what arrangements we put in place long before they happen. I think people would expect that, and that's only reasonable. It was very much my view that I wouldn't like to see Brexit bring constitutional questions to the fore, but we can't bury our heads in the sand. That if we ended up in a no-deal scenario, that could well happen. What we're trying to achieve here with the withdrawal agreement and the backstop is the status quo, and that is continued free movement of people, north and south, east and west, continued free trade without any tariffs, quotas, controls or checks, north and south, east and west. And there's been a bit of historical revisionism at the moment, almost trying to make out that the withdrawal agreement and the backstop was an Irish invention or an EU invention imposed on the United Kingdom. That is so not the case. The backstop and the withdrawal agreement were co-designed by the UK government and the EU. They were drawn very much around red lines drawn by the UK government, and that is how we got to this point. And if we're going to start from scratch, I think it would take a long time for us to come to another agreement on that basis. On the question of the border poll, my position and that of the government has always been consistent that we don't favour a border poll at this time. We believe that there would be a high probability that it would be defeated, and it would be divisive, I think, here in Northern Ireland.